Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be doing the review of the new Hera black cushion, which took them about 2 years to actually formulate this, and for me this is pretty much the new version of the old Hera black cushion. And if you guys are long-time followers of me, you would know that Hera black cushion has always been and is always been my holy grail cushion, like my number one. It is a cushion where I always need a refill. I even have the foundation version of this, like I cannot survive this. So when they released the new version, I had to get my hands on this, and I know it took me a while to actually do this video, but it's finally here now, so let's get started. With the new Hera black cushion, it actually has 8 different shades. I actually got the darker shade, which is 25 and 1, and it was recommended if my shade was actually 25 and the old one. And I'll talk about the color differences really soon, but I just want to mention that, and the SPF for this is pretty much the same as the old, which is SPF 34. And this one also comes with a refill, which I absolutely love, because obviously Hera cushion is not the most affordable cushion, but the fact that they provide a refill has always been something that I always love, so it's just right in here. With the packaging, I definitely have to say it is way more sleeker than the old one. You can see it is completely black, and my favorite part about this cushion is this, the magnetic part. Okay, like I love my magnetic packaging, so when they released this magnetic version, I was like, oh my god, yes, because the other one with the old one is like pretty much like a push button, so you have to push open and close it up. And in terms of the differences with the new and the old, I can definitely see that the new cushion is definitely much more bigger in terms of the sizing. It's light still, but it's definitely much more chunkier and bigger, and obviously because it's bigger, the mirror is actually bigger as well, which is good. For the puff, there is definitely a difference between the new and the old as well, so I'll show you guys like a close-up. The new one is probably pretty much the same size as the old, but you can see that the color differences on the puff, the new one is black and the old one is white. And for the grip, apparently the new one is supposed to give you much more of a better grip, doesn't really slide around your fingers compared to the old one, which I totally agree. However, I find that with the texture for the new one, it reminds me a bit like a PVC leather kind of material, so I find that it does slide a little bit for me still. So if they actually change this material to the old material on top and have this better grip, I think it would be much more perfect. But puff wise, the density is pretty much the same for me too. Now let's talk about the coverage briefly before I show you guys my demo, because I feel like my demo is probably much more detailed in terms of the application and how much it actually covers up. For the new cushion, I feel like it's definitely very moisturizing. It gives you a semi-matte finish, the same as the old cushion as well. But I thought I would just briefly mention that because I'm going to chuck in my demo here so you guys can see my personal thoughts on the cushions. I'm going to take the old Hera cushion, which I have right here, and I'm going to apply this on my left side. I thought if I apply the old one first, then I can compare what the difference is when I apply the new one, if that makes sense. And this is like completely brand new as well, so let's get started. So one push, this is how much it has come off, which I remember is actually quite a bit. So I'm gonna apply. Can see the differences already. It has covered a lot of my redness, especially on my nose and under my mouth area, and I love how it still have like, you know, that shine, but it's like a semi matte finish, and it feels really cooling when applying. And keep in mind, I'm not wearing any primer, so it actually cover up all of my pores as well. And the best part, oopsie, that's my fingerprint mark, so I'm just gonna cover that up. Best part that I always love about this Hera cushion is that it never clings onto any of my dry patches. Like my skin right now is not in the best state and it has a lot of flakes, but this one hasn't picked up any, which I am actually really always amazed with this. And you can see the color is like perfect for my skin. So now we're gonna jump straight to this side here, and this have like horrible, look at that, bumps, and then look, lots of redness here and one big ass pimple right here as well. I got the new one right here and I just love this. I just have to do it a few times. Oh, so satisfying. And apparently this one has a better grip, which I totally agree because it doesn't move around at all. However, I don't really like the rough texture. It feels like leather type, which I feel like sometimes it might just be slippery for me, but we'll see how it feels when I actually apply this. So one push. Ooh. Whoa. So this one spread out way more evenly than the old cushion. The old cushion only focuses on the middle, but you can see this pretty much cover up most of the path. So I'm gonna start from the bottom. This definitely feels way more cooling than the old cushion, and I can see straight away it's like a brighter complexion compared to the old one. That took faster than I actually thought. I feel like with this Hera cushion, the puff pick up a lot of the foundation really quickly, which means that I didn't need to go back and forth to actually get more of the foundation out to apply on my face, if that makes sense. However, I noticed straight away, I don't know if you guys can see on camera, straight down this line, you can see that the color shade is a little bit different, and this one is much more yellower and is much more brighter, and the pigmentation for this is definitely much more higher, way more higher coverage than the old cushion. And I feel like with this one, if you're not careful, you can actually make it quite cakey as well. So I hope you guys enjoy my demo, and now I'm going to show you the smear test. So the right side is the new cushion and the old side is the old cushion. We'll start off with the new side first, and I'm just gonna pretty much push this in to see whether this actually smear or not. So you can see it's sorry my finger, but you can see that it smeared a bit at the bottom, but the rest is all just the grease. I'm gonna try the left side now, so I'm just gonna do the same thing. Just push it in. And it's pretty much the same thing as well, where it actually shows more of the grease, but this one actually doesn't have much smearing compared to the new one. And if you guys seen my demo part, you would know that I was saying that with the new cushion, it gives you much more of a higher coverage as well. So maybe that's why the smearing, it tends to smear a little bit more on the new cushion. Now I got my mask here, so I'm going to put this on to see whether it's mask proof or not. And yeah, so I'm just gonna put this on. And I'm gonna pretty much push this in. What I can see is that it does transfer both sides on the nose area and a bit under the lip area, but transfer-wise on the cheek, there's actually not much transfer on the cheek, which is great. So yeah, I actually think that this is not too bad, and this really helps to show how long-lasting this cushion will be as well. With the old one, I know it lasts for like a long time for me, but what I'm going to do for this video, I'm going to end it in a way where I'm going to update you throughout the day. But now I'm just going to give you my overall thoughts, and then I'll end this with how long this cushion actually lasts for as well. In terms of the scent, both of them are highly scented, but now it's like completely gone. So once you apply it, actually you can smell the scent, but once it's set, it actually the scent will disappear. So if you guys are worried about the scent and you're sensitive, trust me, it won't last that long. Now for this one, I feel like this is suitable for people like me where you have really dry skin. I find this really great. Even normal skin, this would be like perfect. Oily skin as well, this is good because the way it glows on your skin, it won't accentuate the oily part of your face throughout the day as well, which I feel. And because it is semi-matte, it will control your oiliness on your T-zone area as well. For me overall, I feel like this is just great for all type of skin, but the reason why I absolutely love this is because I have really dry skin, and this is one of the cushions that I always go for when I know my skin is flaky, when my skin is in need of help but I need some coverage. This always saves my skin and always give me that flawless smooth blur effect on my face. So yeah, that is my overall thoughts. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and what we're going to do is I will touch base with you guys throughout the day to show you guys how the foundation looks like on my face. Hey guys, so it's been 4 hours since I put on the cushion. Let's look at the right side first. It's still pretty intact, it stays on, just faded a little bit on under my nose area, probably because like I've been wiping it, but everything else stays on really nicely, and you can still see a little bit of that glow. Going to the left side here, it's starting to show a little bit of that crease line here, but everything else is still pretty good. Maybe not so much the nose area, but that's probably because I did the transfer test, but other than that, it still looks pretty good, as you can see. So yeah, so that's the 4 hours mark. Hey guys, so the time now is pretty much almost 7 o'clock. So I've had this on for pretty much almost 8 hours, and I think it's time to just film it because I feel like it's not really budging, which is really good. Like the only thing that I feel like it's a bit off is probably again the crease line here for the all black cushion, and you can see it's starting to look a little bit powdery, but it's not too bad in real life, and everything is still intact. Look, all my blemishes are all still covered, but obviously you can see the bump under the ring light, and my nose is okay. The pimple here is still covered up, but you just see the bump. And then you see these 2 marks here. I think it's from just me frowning maybe. You can see that crease line. But everything else, look, it's not oily. It's just still glowy. And I just look at that. It's still really glowy, and it just still feels really comforting. And this is like after 8 hours. So overall, I'm really impressed with both of the longevity, and I'm actually not surprised that, you know, the new one is long lasting as much as the old one, because obviously if the formula is supposed to be better, it's supposed to be better anyway, and the old one is already like so much better. So yeah, so I'm actually truly really impressed with this. The longevity definitely is good, and this is like including wearing my mask as well. So obviously you can see that it is still intact. Obviously it's not as high coverage as the other areas, but it's still good enough. And I mean, if you want to talk about my crease area, I just look really tired anyway, but yeah, maybe the crease area has faded off a bit, but if you see from far away, it still looks really good. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video and this little update here. And yeah, let me know what you guys think of the cushion, whether you've tried the new one or you've tried the old one and you think you're getting a new one. Let me know your thoughts. But yeah, I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye guys.